Hi Sam, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Today, I'm going to be asking you a few questions for the interview. If you have any questions for me at the end, feel free to ask. But I'm just going to get started with the first question.
Awesome.
So, why did you apply to this position within our organization, and what do you know about us?
Yeah, so I applied to this organization because it's always something I saw people do when I was younger, and it was always something I thought would be interesting, so I decided to go to school for it and pursue it long term. I heard about the organization actually via Indeed. I was unfamiliar with you guys prior to that, but I read up on you guys and it was very interesting.
Awesome. Move on to the next question. Tell me about a time you were successful or felt disappointed in yourself. Be a little specific. What were your circumstances? What happened? Holy fuck! This is so long. All right, Sam. We'll move on to the next question. So, tell me about a time you were unsuccessful or felt disappointed in yourself. Be a little specific.
Okay.
What were the circumstances? What happened? And if you could do it over again, what would you do differently?
Yeah, a time I was personally a little disappointed in myself, I felt unsuccessful, was probably through school. School is obviously very hard. You know, you put a lot of work and time into it, a lot of sleepless late nights trying to study, trying to do the best you can, and at the end of the day, you get through and you move on.
All right, that's good.
If I had to do something differently though, it would probably be maybe pay more attention to class overall rather than some of the things going around beside me or behind me.
All right, nice. All right, we'll go. Tell me about a time you experienced conflict with a colleague. Again, be specific. What were the circumstances now, and how did you handle things, and what would you do differently?
So a time I had conflict. I worked back in North Bay at the hospital in the food service department, and you know there's a lot of, some people are not always happy, so some people try to take that out on you. And with conflict, I always just try to resolve it one of two ways. Just have a simple conversation, regroup, and then move on. Or I can also talk to a supervising manager or higher up boss, and if I can get things resolved, maybe they can.
Nice. All right. So tell me about your proudest accomplishment.
I represented Canada at the U17 World Cup in 2021, so I was pretty proud of myself for that. Work-wise, just getting into a hospital job at 17 was definitely something I was proud of.
Cool. Very interesting. So based on the knowledge, skills and experience you have from the OTA PTA program, describe why you would be the best fit for this position.
Yeah, so I mean the OTA PTA program taught me a lot, but the one takeaway I consistently have from it, falling back on it, is my people skills. I went into it as a shy individual, but by the time I graduated, I could spark up a conversation with anyone and not feel, like someone was judging me or feel embarrassed to be talking. Just talking to another human being just got easier.
All right. All right, so that's gonna basically be it. But now that the interview is complete, do you have any questions for me?
No, what are the hours like?
Yeah, so I can send you a follow-up email after this interview, and I'll put all the information in for you.
All right, when can I expect to hear back from you?
You can hear back to me, or you'll expect to hear back to me in maybe a few days.
All right.
I have a few more interviews to do, and yeah.
Sounds good, thank you.
Good job, Sam.